โอเคกลับมาแล้วสำหรับพาร์ท 2นะคะกับแฮร์รี่พอตเตอร์ไม่ใช่เรื่องอะไรวะเกมแล้วว่าฮอกวอตส์เลกาซี่ขอโทษทุกคนด้วยนะคะคลิปที่แล้วโคนาจิขัดข้องทางเทคนิคเล็กน้อยก็เลยไม่มีเสียงใส่ลงไปฉะนั้นไม่เป็นไรนะคะเราเล่นไปแล้วก็เลยตามเลยแต่ว่าหลังจากนี้ก็จะมีเสียงโคนาจิปนเข้ามาด้วยโอเคตกลงกันไว้เท่านี้แล้วก็เล่นต่อเลยโอเคต่อไปเลยห้องมีเล็บมั่งไม่เป็นไรใช่ไหมเดี๋ยวสิไม่มีอะไรเลยไปดีกว่าไปทางนี้ยังไม่ไปหรอกต้องมีงำปิ้วอะไรขโมยแอปเปิ้ลเขากินต่อไปห้องกันเลยห้องต่อไปกันเลยไม่เดินเร็วๆหน่อยสิห้องต่อไปห้องนี้มีอะไรไหมไม่ห้องนี้ล่ะไหนดูหน่อยมีอะไรไหมไม่thank you มองจะเวียนหัวเล็กน้อยนะคะเพราะว่าคนนันจีใช้จอยเล่นอะไรมักลุกพ่อมดปบน่ารักจังนี่ห้องนี้มีอะไรให้ขโมยไหมไม่ boring มาดูฝั่งนี้สิมีอะไรมั่งนี่คือ ขโมยกินขนมโอเคสมกับเป็นสเลเทเรนมีกล่องไม่ก็ชิเปิดไม่ได้ก็เปิดไม่ได้ไม่เอาก็ได้ไหนบนนี้มีอะไรแอปเปิ้ล1 ชิ้นทำอะไรได้ไหมมาใหม่อะไรได้ไหมมาใหม่ขอดูห้องหน่อยค่ะอะไรไหมจ๊ะอะไรไหมเสียงมากลุกนะคะไม่เหมือนจะมีตรงนั้นตรงนี้คือขนม ไม่ไปดูฝั่งนู้นมีอะไรเอาก่อนหน่อยนะคะอะไรไหมมีชีค่อยมาทีหลังthank you ขนมเค้กอีกอุ้ยมีเซตชาด้วยอ่ะอันนี้เป็นความรู้เพิ่มเติมเล็กน้อยนะคะอันนี้คือชั้นขนมใช่ไหมถ้าเป็นตามขนบธรรมเนียมของฝั่งบริติชอันล่างจะหวานน้อยอันบนสุดจะหวานเยอะเพราะฉะนั้นมักกะลองจะอยู่บนสุดความรู้เพิ่มเติมเพราะมักกะลองหวานมากเดี๋ยวสิ
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Must be different. Starting off.
เราโดนนินทาอยู่นะคะยืนฟังเลย
Did you see the way they just waltzed in at the end of the sorting ceremony last night?
หรือจ๊ะ
Can't imagine
ทำไม
starting
2 คนนี้หน้าเหมือนกันนะ
A little rude.
อุ้ย3 คนเลย4 คน ทำไมหน้าเหมือนกันหมดเลยฮะเหมือนกันปะวะคล้ายๆก็ได้อันเนี้ยว่าไม่คล้ายอะไรจ๊ะรู้อะไรจ๊ะเตรียมกระดาษ เซบาสเตียนซอโล
Can I help you? Oh, you're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
ขอบคุณนะคะมันน่ากลัว
Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
Indeed. And how did you escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
เหมือนเป็นการไล่ไกลๆแต่เราจะไม่ไปคุยต่ออ่านเลย
What
เหรอ
book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time. It was good meeting you. Good luck today.
โอเคโดนไล่แล้ว
Professor Howard
เดี๋ยว
is
ค่อย
going
ไป
to
ตร
quiz
ง
us
นู้น
on
นะป้าอยาก
rare
เห็นตรงเนี้ย
Can't wait.
อันนี้คือฝั่งนู้นหอของวิสาจหอของวิทย์ใช่ไหมฝั่งนี้ก็ต้องเป็นวิสาจอะไรไม่มีตรงนี้มีอะไรไหมมันจะมาไหมไม่ตรงนี้ล่ะมีไม้ไม่ใช่สิ่งที่เราต้องการไม่มีแล้วเราจะช่วยอีกแล้วเหรอไม่ใจเองขอหน่อยขอสักกล่องนะ please วันยังไงอีเนี่ย
Well, aren't we the loveliest of them all? And I don't say things I don't mean.
คุณพูดกับฉันเหรอ เหมือนจะไม่มีเลยอ่ะอ๋อศูนย์เปล่าเรามาทัวร์เสียเที่ยวเนี่ยมันจริงไปได้ยังไงไม่มีอะไรเลยไม่จริงอ่ะผมขี้งกว่ะ ไม่มีก็ไม่มีไปก็ได้นี่คือแน่นอนว่าต้องเป็นถังขยะ นี่คืออะไร
He said I had a complexion like a hippocampus egg. Fancy saying that? I think it's because I don't speak well.
I fell asleep in Transfiguration. Professor Weasley woke me up.
Hmm.
All over my wand.
มูไลโซนาตาปะ
Figure my way out of that.
หรืออะไร
Nancy doesn't seem to mind having some other.
ใช่มูไลโซนาตาปะไม่รู้
I'd hide in my common room if it was me.
โอเคไปคุยกับ
Professor
ที่เห
Hecat
ลือ
is an enigma.
ก่อนที่จะไปฝั่งหนูเรามาดูฝั่งนี้ก่อนดีกว่า
Revelio.
มีอะไรไหมคะหูแหลกหูแหลกอะไรเบอร์นั้นน่ะ โอ้
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Hoghouse last year because he kept leaving his dirty clothes all over the
Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate. Told you. You should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
ขับเก่งเขาไปอยู่ตรงนั้น
Perhaps
ด้วยนะ
Professor Fig's friend would have survived if we'd had your help.
Precisely. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kagawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
โอเค
Are you a keen Wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
เขาเก่งเลยกำเนิดนะวันนี้
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
โอเคแล้วก็คนสุดท้ายโอมินิส
If you pay attention, Sharp has plenty of useful advice regarding antidotes. I think people are too hard on it myself.
สวัสดีค่ะ
I think I heard one. Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
I'd much rather have arrived on time and without a dragon attack en route.
I'm sure. How horrible. I can only imagine. Well, it's good to have you in Slytherin. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
ขี้แกล้งนะคะคนนี้
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Nice
Thank you,
meeting
Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
คนนี้จะเป็นคน
Is
ดี
the
นะ
new
คะ
5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
ไปเรียกเรา
Have you ever wondered how owls know where to deliver their letters? Magic, I suppose.
ว้าวอะไรอ่ะ
Baffles me. Take Moonstone.
ว้าว
Whoever came up with this Moonstone.
อุ้ยน้องเต่าใช่
Madam
เต่าเหรอ
Scrivener doesn't
ห
tolerate
รือแมลง
any nonsense, so I find the library is the best place for concentration. As
Chắc
long
nói
as
mẹ.
it doesn't hear you breathe. If I transfigure into a goblin,
โอเคหยอกเล่นหยอกเล่นอุ้ยเปล่านะคะไม่ได้ทำไปเลยบัมบัมบัมบัมบัมบัมบัมบัมบัมโอ้ยเวียนหัวบัมบัมบัมบัมบัมบัมบัมบัมบัมบัมโอเค
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
อะไรเอ่ย
Here you are.
หนังสือโอ้ยจะไม่
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
ขอบคุณนะคะ
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This
Walk
way.
with me นี่คืออะไรinteract ได้ด้วย
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your
buddy.
surroundings.
มีเสียงแบบอุ๊ยอะไรอ๋อสเตปปีดเฮ้ยมีเสียงปลาเซลด้วย
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up. Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
สนใจอันนั้นมากกว่าอะ ล็อกหนีเลยอ่ะทำไมอ่ะ
Lumos.
ทำไมอ่ะ ดูทำตาขวางใส่เนี่ย
Revelio.
โอเค อ๋อ เหมือนเป็นเขาเรียกอะไรนะประวัติเรื่องย่อของอะไรต่างๆเป็นฟิลไกด์โอเคเป็นทำไกด์นะคะโอเคไหนต่อ
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
โอเคค่ะโอ้ Amazing อ่ะ ไหนกันต่อคะอุ้ยขยับได้ด้วย
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Central Hall ไหนเอ่ย Central Hall Central Hall อยู่ไหนอะนี่เหรอนี่ไงไปเลย
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
ว้าวขยับได้ไหมอุ้ยขยับได้ Amazing
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak.
ว้าวขยับได้ด้วยนี่อะไรอ่ะ กระดาษบิน หนังสืออะไร
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
โอเคค่ะ
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Okay.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Okay.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
ไม่มีค่ะเรียนไปก่อนเนาะ
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said.
Okay.
Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
โอเคขอบคุณค่ะ Professor Fig
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
โอเคค่ะ Open map Main quest โอเค เราไปไหนก่อน ไปตรงนี้ก่อนเนาะ โอเค
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
โอเคค่ะ ทางที่เราไปต้องไปคือทางนู้นแต่ทางที่เราอยากไปคือทางนี้
This cannot possibly be.
ทางนี้มีอะไร
Revelio.
คืออะไรอะอะไรอะ
Have you ever seen a professor?
Hello เหมือนอาจจะเป็นสเปลที่เราไม่เจอหรือเปล่าเดาอยากไปทางนู้นอะไปทางนี้เถอะแหละดูท่าแล้วเราต้องใช้สเปลเยอะเดาออกยังไงอะอุ้ยมีแอปโหลดด้วย โอ้มีแอปโหลดด้วยน้ำเป็นไงอุ้ยน้ำขยับได้ amazing กินสเปคขนาดนี้โอเคขอบคุณค่ะขนาดคนอาจี้คิดว่าความคนอาจี้แรงอะนะนี่ใครลอยยังแพ้เกมนี้เลยอะโคตรเซ็งกระตุกโอเคไปกินเว้ยเขาสู้กันอยู่เว้ย
Is that all you've got?
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso!
Leviosa.
A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Leviosa!
เอ้าไม่สมัยแฮร์รี่เป็นเลวิโอซาไม่ใช่เลวิโอซา
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Okay. เดินจำไม่หนูได้ค่ะ โอเคอะไรเอ่ย
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast?
ไม่โดน
This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember. Good. Now, well done.
Okay.
Levioso. Good. Now, the basic cast. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Okay. มาดิ
This should be easy.
Protego! Stupid Protego! Levioso!
Those things.
ไปแล้วหนึ่งเร็วตรง
Stupid Black!
I know.
Not bad for a beginner.
อ้าว
You give as good as you get.
อ้าวหายจอดำเอ้า
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to
Ta-da.
Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
โอเคค่ะ
All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is just...
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
อยากขึ้นไปบนนี้จริงเลย ลองอีกแล้วเขาก็ได้Leviosa ไม่ใช่ Leviosa
Nice work.
Sebastian
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
เคยคอมแบทมาก่อนนะคะ
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Organization ด้วยนะ ฟังดูแปลกๆแต่น่าสนใจ
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
โอเคมากไว้ก่อน
Till next time.
ค่อยไปโอเคค่ะอาจารย์ค่ะไม่มีอะไรจะคุยนี่นะอุ้ยนี่นะอุ้ยเดี๋ยวนะเลเวล2แล้วนี่ใช่ไหมชิ
You know it's
ข่าว
gonna be
ก็
a
ไม่
lot
ข่าว
for Ronan.
ก็เลยดึงโหดูท่าโดดขอดูท่าโดดหน่อยไม่ใช่จากข้างหลังเนี่ยดูอีกทีดิโดด2 ขาโอเคที่ต่อไป
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be
ใช่
included.
โอเคไปทางไหนต่อตรงนี้โอเคโอ้ยกระตุกอร่อยไหมคะกินด้วยได้เปล่าขอกินด้วยสิพี่งกทางไหนต่อทางนี้อย่างนี้ใช่ไหมโอ้ยเกิดอะไรขึ้น100% GPU 100%เกิดอะไรขึ้นโอ้ยทำไมมันแหลกอุ้ยอะไรเมื่อยเหรอสงสัยจะเมื่อยอ๋อมันแหลกเพราะพวกนี้แน่เลยอ่ะโอ้ยเขาจะฆ่าแกงกันแล้วค่ะโอ้ยทำไมตรงนี้มันแหลกจังเลยอ่ะโอ้โหตรงนี้มีอะไรไหม
Revelio.
อุ้ยเสียงอะไรอะไม่รู้คืออะไรออกข้างบนนู้นทางนี้ปะโอเคขึ้นไปทางนี้โอ้ยเวียนหัวโอเค
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to year 5 of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms. Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? It seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Okay. อะไรเอ่ยข้อเขียวเฮ้ยไม่ไปได้ป่ะ
Accio.
Wait, let.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
ไปเรียนข้างนอกไหนดูสิไปทำอะไรกัน
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done. Excellent control there.
ไม่หล่นนะ จบหล่น
That's it.
ได้อย่างงี้ดิ150ไปแล้วปะล่ะ
Splendid.
สวยงาม
Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
ข้างหลังเป็นสนามควิดดิช
You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
ดูสิ
Visa.
หล่นไม่หล่นทำได้ยังไง
Yes.
โอ้ยแหละโอเคลูกนี้อย่าหล่นนะ ไปหล่น
Very good.
Here we go.
เอาแล้วอุ้ย50เขาดูทำง่ายอ่ะมันเรายากอ่ะ
There we go.
โอเค50
Brilliant. Watch this.
โอ้โห52อันเลยอ่ะ
That is how it's done.
โอเคเราต้องห้ามต่ำกว่า30โอเคห้ามหลุดนะห้ามหลุดอุ้ยหลุด
Stay focused.
แพ้เลย
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
อะไรคะอ๋อเพิ่มสิ่งอุ้ยขยับได้ด้วย
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
You go first.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this.
ลนไม่ลนแย่แล้วทำไมเขาทำได้ดีจังเลยไม่หล่นนะไม่หล่นนะ
That's it.
ไม่หล่นนะโอ้โห50ใครจะไปทำได้นะเฮ้อ
There we go.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well done. Here we go.
เฮ้ยเอามาชนลูกเหรออ่ะโอ้แล้วอันสุดท้ายยากซะด้วย โอเค1 2 3อุ้ยไม่หลุดโอเคสวยงามเท่ากัน
Splendid.
เท่ากัน
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Okay.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
A tight game. It turns out we were evenly matched. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Okay.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Okay.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Ouagadougou a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
ไม่ใช่ ไม่ใช้เขาเรียกอะไรนะไม้กายสิทธิ์
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Okay, bye-bye,
Of course, you can use Accio on humans.
Revelio.
If you're so inclined.
เฮ้ยอะไรเสียง
Well, you'd be using it on clothing to be precise, Sebastian.
แต่
You
ว่า
know
สนใจบนนี้มากกว่า นี่คืออะไรอะอโลโฮโมอ๋อ นี่เป็นชื่อคาถาปะ Stupefy Repello Dono Rose Sonorous Quietus อะไรเนี่ย Dermago Tongue Bombada Lumos โอเค เป็นชื่อคาถานะคะ ว้าว amazing
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? And what a close match between you and Miss Onai. Invigorating.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
โอเคค่ะไปหาอาจารย์วิเศษคือมือเลยเย่อุ๊ยอะไรอุ๊ยขอโทษอุ๊ยมันกลับไปมันหายไปเลยมีอะไรไหมโอเคคิว
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
ก็ไม่ขนาดนั้นหรอกค่ะ
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
โอเคก่อนทำด้วยอ่ะอยากได้จัง
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of
wondering โอ้โหแหลกโอ้โหเฟรมเรทเฮ้ยอะไรอ่ะโอ้ยเฟรมเรทโอ้ยช่วยด้วยโอ้ยเดี๋ยวค่อยมาก็ได้ไปหาอาจารย์ก่อนโอเค
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boo, and he says it's
I can't remember the last time Sebastian lost a duel.
โอเคเราไปหาอาจารย์วิสลีย์ด้วยวิธีใดบ้างโอเคเมื่อกี้ยังเขียนอยู่เลยโอเคนะคะไปอย่างเร่งด่วนไปอย่างรีบเร่งเมื่อกี้เห็นอะไรแปลกๆอ๋อนกจะปั๊มปะดัมปั๊มปะดัมปั๊มโอ้ยแหลกอีกละโอ้ยแหลกน่าเกลียดมากปั๊มปะดัมปั๊มปะดัมปั๊ม โอ้ยมีการโหลดอะ ขี้โกงโอ้ยน้องแมงโอ้ขอน้อยหน่อยอุ้ยเป็นคัสซีนแล้ว คัสซีนเฉพาะน้อยแมวอุ้ยน่ารักโอเคอุ้ยต้นไม้ขยับได้ไม่แปลกหรอก แปลกหรอ
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Okay,
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the potion shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
ก็10 นาทีแล้วงั้นมาจบพาร์ทนี้ไว้ก่อนนะคะขอบคุณทุกคนที่ติดตามชมนะคะไว้ติดตามชมHogwarts Legacy ในคลิปหน้านะคะพาร์ท 3สำหรับพาร์ท 2วันนี้ขอบคุณที่ติดตามรับชมค่ะไว้เจอกันต่อพาร์ทต่อไปนะคะสวัสดีค่ะบ๊ายบายมาแต่เนะ